What's up guys, and welcome back to another G35 video. In today's video we're going to be talking about how we can actually delete a whole pulley from your engine. So there is a pulley that our G35s have from, I think it's 03 to like 06. The G35s have this pulley that was used in 03 sedans that had a fan clutch instead of it having electric fans. So once they hit 2004, they went ahead and did all electric fans. So the pulley was basically useless, but they kept it until a couple years, and once they revised the engine, that's when they removed it. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to remove your pulley. In theory, you'd be helping the engine a little bit with rotational mass. So that's what we're going to be doing today, and here are the parts that you guys are going to need. The reference for the belts, the revised ones, would be from an FX35 from, I believe, 2008 and up. So if you guys wanted to just get a different brand, search up at your auto parts store for FX35 from 2008 and they should carry that part. This is going to be the spacer that is going to be replacing where the pulley meets with all the other components.
This hose is not up to MasterTech spec, man.
He would know, he's a MasterTech. Alright, so first step that we're going to do is loosen up the pulley. So the pulley has 4 bolts that are 10 mils, so we're going to go ahead and loosen them up before we do anything else. Alright guys, so you're going to go ahead and loosen this nut right here and loosen that nut right there. That's for the tensioners that hold each of the belts in place. And then after that, you're going to go under the car and there's going to be a tensioner to release the tension off the belts. Oh, this is going to be so cancer to... Big cancer.
Hey Joe, you know we have bigger ratchets, right?
Yeah. Alright guys, so we're under the car, so we went ahead and loosened this nut for the idler pulley. So right here's the tension, so we're going to go ahead and loosen the tension so that we can remove this belt. Once you loosen that one, there is another one over here. So the bolt is going to be right there, so it's this bolt right here. And that one loosens up this one as well. So once you loosen both of them, we can go ahead and go on the top of the car and take off the belt. This is one of the old belts, and look how cracked that is. Good thing I'm replacing the belt because this is pretty bad. The other one isn't as bad, but this one is definitely due for replacement. So now that we took off both belts, we can go ahead and remove these 10 mil bolts so we can remove the pulley and we'll have better access to that bolt right there, and then we'll be able to remove the 3 bolts that hold this together. Now that we remove the pulley, we have 3 17 mils right here, and we just need to remove these and we'll be able to remove this whole assembly. Alright guys, so I ended up removing the whole assembly, and this is all that comes out when you remove everything and you do the delete. And this also has a bearing, so if you were to have, you know, any idling issues coming from this pulley itself, you could go ahead and just delete it, and it's just an easier thing to deal with. Since the car had the idler pulley since it was brand new, it's kind of hard to take off, so you want to use a pry bar right here and then go ahead and wiggle it around and you should be able to take it off. So now what we're going to do is install a spacer right here, put in the 14, and then we're going to put in 17s by themselves and just kind of plug up those holes, just make it look OEM, and then we should be cherry. So this is a spacer you're going to need to plug the hole that goes in between the assembly and the power steering pump. So this is the spacer you're going to need. It's just this little thing right here, and that should be it. So we ended up installing the spacer right here. It took a little love from the pry bar to get it on, and we ended up installing the bolts just back on just to make it look OEM and not to have exposed holes. MasterTech Mike is here. Do you approve?
I approve of
this OEM like?
That looks very OEM, very clean.
There you go. MasterTech
all those
approved.
weight savings right there, man.
So the last thing to do is put the belts on and then go ahead and apply the tension from the tensioners, and that is basically it. And then just go ahead and put the under tray and everything else and we should be good. So once you gave the belts the proper tension, which should be no more than 90 degrees of turn on the belt itself, then you're ready to start the car. So I'm gonna start the car before I put it down on the floor in case I need to adjust it a little more. It should be ready to go. The belts fit perfectly. So now we're gonna go ahead and turn on the car and check for any squealing, any noise, anything looking weird on the engine bay. So as you guys heard, there was no squealing and no weird noises. The one thing I did point out was the PCV hose just collapsing on itself. So I do have a braided one that I'm gonna replace right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But yeah, that's not normal, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace it with something a lot stronger and stiffer so it won't do that again. This was actually a pretty easy install. You just need a couple hours to knock it out. So while you're deleting the idler pulley, I recommend just changing your belts. It's just an easy thing to do. As for any noticeable differences, I haven't driven the car enough to tell you guys, so I will be doing like an update on small little installs I've done over the past time. So this is one of them to look forward to. So with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you liked this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new around here. Plenty of G35 content on this channel, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.